In the next few years, Qantas will welcome its very first Airbus A350, ordered to fulfill a little-known thing called Project Sunrise. As such, in the past day, the airline has unveiled what the entire cabin will look like on this aircraft once delivered. The Airbus A350s will allow Qantas to complete what they describe as the final frontier of travel, with every part of the world able to be connected by a single flight. Qantas targets non-stop from Sydney to New York, Melbourne to London, among many other destination pairings such as these, with 12 A350-1000s specifically made just for the Australian flag carrier. The Australian airline will see cabins organised into 4 classes on board this plane. Firstly, you'll have 6 suites, which will make up the first class, 52 in business class, 40 in premium economy, and then lastly, we'll have 140 seats in economy. As such, due to the distance, the makeup of the cabin will be predominantly upper class. However, a substantial portion will still be made up for economy passengers. This is in contrary to what we've seen take place at Singapore Airlines with their own Airbus A350 ULRs. The ultra-long-ranged variant of the A350 made for this airline sees a full premium class cabin. While there is premium economy, these A350s that are typically seen on Singapore's longest routes, such as your New York to Changi, don't have a single economy seat installed. While Qantas explored the possibility of doing such a thing, they still wanted to have economy on board the aircraft, and they've found ways to hopefully mitigate the duration in economy by having new features on board the aircraft. The economy class will focus on well-being with modest recline alongside fast charging. The airline says the seat pitch will be the most generous of any aircraft on the airline's network, and that's something you'd probably like to hope would be the case. Meanwhile, the well-being zone is labelled by Qantas as a game changer and will be located between premium and main economy cabins and allow passengers to better stretch their legs, utilising a larger space to maybe even do exercises during a 22-hour marathon journey, as this will be a very important part to keep passengers going on. It remains unclear how the zone will be prioritised yet. Obviously, it's not going to be the largest space, and in terms of queuing and how many people can fit in it at the one time is something I'm sure we'll find as time gets closer to eventual launch with these planes. Qantas's premium economy will be an upgrade on the economy class cabin for those after additional space, privacy, and comfort for the ultra-long-haul flight. The airline is betting on customers purchasing the upgrade with points or additional funds. Fast charging and other features will be present, but specifically you'll notice it is a minimal upgrade on the economy class, but enough that some passengers may indeed look towards jumping on this instead of economy for such a long journey. The business class will stick with what many have come to know and love about previous products on Qantas aircraft. It's nothing game-changing nor anything truly shocking. Colour palettes have stayed the same throughout, with the textures really bringing a homely feel to the cabin and being present in every single class. We've already learnt about first class on the A350 cabin, as this had been previously revealed, with these elements really bringing up the final part of the A350's cabin. Qantas expects to welcome their first A350-1000 in 2025, which is just 2 years away, and the announcement of the full cabin reveal is an important part in getting Project Sunrise off the ground. Now, it's over to you. I feel like Project Sunrise is one of those things, especially as an Australian, that I have so many thoughts on, from whether I'd prefer to do a stopover to flying 22 hours non-stop for the added convenience. A reminder that Qantas will be pricing these non-stop journeys higher than by doing the journey with a stopover. Say you're wanting to fly from Sydney to New York, well, you could do that non-stop for an additional cost or find a way to stop over for cheaper in Los Angeles. And it'll be interesting to see what people prefer. Do they prefer flying the ultra-long haul, or do they always prefer the stopover, especially for the additional costs? And while a lot of the aviation industry will focus on the upper classes, because you may see reviewers flying on these upper classes, I'm someone that is always at the back of the cabin in economy, so I very much factor into comfort and whether it's worth spending 22 plus hours in this economy class, maybe crammed with two people you don't know, and whether actually that well-being zone really does all that much. I'm skeptical, but I am interested to see how it unfolds. Thank you a lot for your support. Again, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care and be safe, and I'll see you next time for more aviation news.